Hello everybody and welcome to Sports Central. Hank Long along with Neil Duncan and a special show today.
Absolutely, the end of the year review.
The end of the year, our Sports Central year in review show, and we're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of neat things have gone on in 2011 and all kinds of events. And just to kind of give the folks an idea, how many events over the year have we losing my script here, are we bringing in for 2011?
Well, typically in a year we have 200 to 225 events, depending on the year, and sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little less. But a lot of great partners that bring in annual events into Polk County, and through the Tourism Development Council, through the Board of County Commissioners, we're able to support all those events in some capacity, whether it be through a sponsorship or facilitating the event ourselves, or going to Greece to recruit an event, which I got the pleasure of doing. We'll talk about that a little later. But it's been a fantastic 2011, and we got some great footage that is going to be coming up here in a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing that's so neat about all of these events for the county is when you add it all up, it's over $130 million in economic impact. So we bring a lot of events into the county, and the county and the businesses and the local community really flourishes from that. So our mission is to help get these folks in beds and get them to shop and spend the night.
Absolutely, and it's important to know that economic impact is not only to the community, but you have to remember the sales tax. The sales tax goes to Tallahassee, and then a portion of it comes back to Polk County, to the general fund for the county. So it's almost like receiving that money twice, if you will, because not only is it the bed tax that's generated, but the sales tax for Polk County, and that helps fund a lot of programs.
Yeah, it does. So just opportunity to let you folks know what we do and what happens with bringing in all the great sports and events that we do in the county. Well, let's kind of hit it off here, Neil, and talk about things. A lot of softball and baseball goes on in Polk County, and the reason that is we have fabulous facilities to host this event. The Winter Haven Chain of Lakes complex, the new Lake Myrtle complex for baseball. We have great softball facilities in Winter Haven and Lakeland and Bartow, and let's talk about some of these events. Well, we can start off by one is that 75th Gala for the Detroit Tigers this year, which was a huge event.
2011 was the 75th anniversary of the Tigers calling Lakeland Spring Training home. Longest standing relationship in baseball, and the city of Lakeland, the Tigers, and Polk County in general, it's been a long-standing relationship, and we're just happy to have it. But this year, we celebrated that 75th anniversary all the way to bringing former people back to throw out the first pitch at Tiger Spring Training games, to the annual Major League Scramble, to the 75th anniversary gala, which was in downtown Lakeland, where they even had tigers there, live tigers at the gala. So brought in the Black Widow. She was there to do a pool exhibition, if
World
you will.
champion.
Yeah, I think
manager
Jimmy Leland even beat her. I'm not sure that she didn't let him, but he got the victory, and it was exciting. So
and then to go along with all of that's the Major League Scramble.
Absolutely. The Major League Scramble, and this year was at Cleveland Heights, and great partners. Again, you're talking about the city of Lakeland. Without the city of Lakeland, there's no way the Tigers are in Polk County for 75 years. Bill Tinsley and the whole crew, to the city commission, to the city manager. Of course, and then annually there's the trip north with the Tigers, going up to either Detroit or another major league city, which is very important because we want the Tigers to feel the support, not just when they're here spending their money, but when the season's going on. Just because they go to Detroit doesn't mean people here in Polk County stop following the Tigers.
Exactly. Well, not only do we have the Tigers, but a bunch of other great sports. ISA, fast pitch softball, a lot of softball going on in the event. The World Amateur Baseball Association, USSSA, Turkey Trot softball, just a lot of softball and baseball throughout the year in Polk County.
Yeah, a lot of those events are normal events, if you will, but we've been able the last few years to host the Homeschool World Series. Not that it's not a normal event, but it's a unique event because it brings in homeschool children from across the country for a national championship, and that takes place at the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex. In Florida, you can be homeschooled. You can actually participate at the high school you're zoned for. That's not the case in all states. So these states actually form teams in an area, and then they come into Lake Myrtle and compete for a national championship, and it's just a fantastic event.
Yeah, it really is, and just a lot of big events going on here in the baseball, softball arena, out on the fields in Polk County. And here's some footage so you can check out some of the neat stuff that's gone on in 2011.
Today we're running, as part of this weekend, we're running the Fall Woodbat Classic for the state of Florida. We run this event in different parts of the country. This one in particular is the Florida one. We also run them in Arizona and Virginia. Travel baseball teams from all over the state of Florida, coming from as far as Tallahassee, Jacksonville, and Miami to here at the Lake Myrtle Complex.
This year is kind of a new year for us. We've incorporated the 14Us into this event, kind of giving the kids a chance to get used to travel ball and get used to how things work and kind of the scouting aspect of things. And it's a good experience for the kids. They like it. They like to be put on video. They like their radar gun times and everything.
This event can be big for them, and like so many events that are out there, this is one of many that is an outstanding opportunity for them to get in front of college coaches, professional scouts, and show off their abilities. And so each year when we have that new crop of kids come through and the new kids come into high school, it's important to get them out here and have them get in front of these coaches and scouts that all gather at this one spot where they can scout efficiently from field to field and have all the beautiful fields here in one spot.
I'm here on behalf of Seminole State to look at some high school players. We're in the recruiting process right now, so as many games as we can get to and as many guys as we can see, and we can grade them out and just take a look at them so we can follow them if we like them and make contact from there. Well, obviously we have scholarships at our level, and if it's a guy that we really like, we'll talk to him on the phone. We'll talk to the people around him and get a good read for him. And if we're both interested, we're interested in him. He's interested in the school. We'll bring a guy on a visit to see the campus, and then we'll go from there. And whatever happens will happen.
For this tournament, we just want to accomplish just playing as hard as we can, hustling, just not being lazy, giving up. We also have a lot of seniors on the team, so if we can get some scouts out here, they look at us. We have some great talent out here. Hopefully, it would promote us to go into a professional field. But I feel just like we all want to play college ball really bad, so if we can pretty much get the best offer from anywhere.
We've had a history of having at least one first-round draft pick in the last, I believe it's last 5 seasons, at least one first-round draft pick in the Major League Draft that's attended one of our events, and it's kind of something we've been pretty proud of over the years. As far as our 18U teams and our 16U teams, we're looking at roughly about 15 guys on each team times 44 teams, so we've got well over 300-400 kids that are here getting scouted this week, and everything by various colleges all across the state of Florida.
So far we love being here. I mean, this is a spot that we continue to come back to year after year. We get treated well, the facilities are beautiful, and the teams enjoy coming here.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to our second segment of Sports Central, our 2011 special show to highlight all the great things that have happened in the county in 2011. Hank Longo, Neil Duncan here with you. And Neil, we just let everybody see a lot of the neat things that went on in baseball, softball this year, but that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of all the great events that we have going on in Polk County. Now let's talk about, we've got football, we've got soccer, we've got lacrosse, we've got rugby, and of course, soccer really has become a prominent event here in the county with our Lake Myrtle complex, and Disney's even got on board with us to have an event of theirs, and of course all the international training that we have here, the top players in the state. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it's a situation. I'm getting excited about soccer here because we're able to relocate the Florida Youth Soccer Association, but they've been here for a few years, but we're really starting to see the benefit to having them here. This is the state governing body, so everything is pointing to Lake Myrtle, pointing to Polk County, whether it be competitive events, whether it be recreational events, or the Olympic Development Training,
Yes.
The OED program, which takes place at the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex, and these are Florida's elite players that are trying to get to the Olympics, or they're trying to make that next step, because every step you take up, the next person is just as good as you are. So what are the things you're going to do to train to make the Olympic team? And that's what's going on at Lake Myrtle. So you can see some top-level competition.
World-class competition. And another sport that's really kind of on the rise, that's getting to be more and more popular, played on the same fields as we do soccer, lacrosse, and that's really getting some wings here in the South.
It certainly has been a Northeast sport for a very long time in the States, and one of the things that they struggle with is getting on field. You know, in the springtime, they want to be out there, they want to be competing, but Mother Nature doesn't necessarily, allow them to do that as early as they want to.
But you get an advantage if you're playing down
absolutely,
here.
Coming down here, spring training, getting a feel, getting a leg up on the competition, if you will. Plus, the competition in Polk County alone and the state of Florida is just exploding. It's one of the fastest growing sports that there is in the state, and we're the beneficiaries of that because we have a place like Lake Myrtle or Simmers Young or the new park at I-4 and 27. So we're very excited, and it adds to our portfolio. You know, you can have so many of this and you can have so many of that, but when you add a new sector into your portfolio, everybody benefits.
And another sport that is on the rise again, that's new to us but has been around a long time, same venue, basically the same net at each end, rugby.
Yeah,
well, not the net at each end, the goal at each end.
The goal at each end, yeah. Well, rugby is something that we continue to work with. by having world-class facilities, you can have international events. And in the past, we've hosted the Freedom Cup, which was USA Rugby versus Canada, and more of those events are taking place in Polk County because the central location, you talk about it in business, what's the number one rule in business? Location, location, location.
Yeah.
We're right in the middle of the state. That's one of the reasons we host so many things. We've been very good at creating partnerships that allow us to secure
and doing a good job of managing and running the event as well,
Absolutely.
helping these people. If you don't do a good job of putting the event on, having the right venues, and then being able to accommodate those teams coming in, that's a big part there.
Well, I alluded to it earlier in the show, but we were able to secure the international practical shoot championships, world championships.
Now,
excuse me.
Let me jump in here a little second here. This is a big event that
Yeah.
a lot of people don't know about is shooting, and a world championship opportunity was out there waiting to be bid on, and you went to Greece.
Yeah.
And now expand on what a great adventure and the presentation that got us a world championship here.
KP Clements from our staff partnered up with Frank Garcia from the Universal Shooting Academy, which is in Frostproof, and was able to, they wanted to go after some events. And actually what we did is we went after the Super Bowl of shooting events,
yeah.
and got it on our first try. So it's like, now
It's
what
amazing.
are we gonna host now? Because we haven't hosted all the things that lead up to this, but they're certainly coming to us.
And the fact that and now that you've had the world championships here, to
Right.
get the lower
We're gonna-
championships, you've
the
got to
state
shoe in
championships, the
because
national
you've had the
championship,
worlds here.
absolutely.
What a privilege to have a state
Absolutely.
championship.
Well,
and
Frank
the other
Garcia,
ones.
who, as I said, owns a facility, is a world champion himself, many-time world champion, and he has the facility, and that certainly helped us with
the presentation.
but I want to thank
deliver.
PGTV for what they did, because they worked hard. Kate and everybody, they worked with the presentation, because we went over there and we sold what we have here in Polk County. We sold nature, we sold arts and culture, we sold facilities, and we sold a family atmosphere. It was down to 2 finalists. It was us and Thailand,
Thailand, yeah.
and we were able to secure it. So
And Thailand's been in the game.
yeah, they've hosted a lot of things, and there was 88 countries there at the General Assembly voting on it. And after our presentation, KP and Shauna in our office put it together. And after the presentation, they came back and said, we were voting for the other destination until we saw your presentation. So it was a team effort. It was Polk County government coming together to make sure that this happened. And you're talking about millions in economic impact. So very excited. 2014, that event happens every 3 years. It's an Olympic type festival event. It was this year in Rhodes, Greece. It's coming to Polk County, coming to Florida in 2014.
Well, another thing that we've got in Polk County that are kind of our base sports that do very well. We're recognized all around the country for these sports. We have national championship teams in high school football and basketball, and boy, what a year we've had in Polk County. Of course, we host the state basketball championships here, and to see the local talent playing hometown at that level, and so many great events that go in here in high school football and basketball.
Well, there is a lot of footage that we could take a look at. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's take a look at some of that footage that's taken place here in 2011.
Italy's Katie Novello.
It's a 2.5-day event, 25 teams. We have 500 swimmers from around the state.
This is one of the largest lacrosse tournaments in the state. This year we have 50 teams competing in divisions from U11 through U19, and even adult teams are coming in to play in this tournament.
Here we go, Stella. All the way in there. Let's go. Get in there.
Winning is secondary as far as I'm concerned, as far as the philosophy of Mid-Florida. It's about teaching these kids teamwork, the ability to work with one another, to depend on other people, so that they can understand that throughout life you're going to be part of a team in some way, some form. And so this helps them to develop those skills. It also promotes the educational piece, because like myself, I didn't play professional football, but I did use football as a vehicle to get a college degree, and I have a business administration degree thanks to football, because otherwise I would not have had the opportunity to go to college.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our third segment of Sports Central. Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan, and a lot of great sports have gone on over the year. Got to see great highlights of what's gone on in 2011. We got some more great highlights to show you as we go from team sports into individual sports, and some great champions we have in individual sports when you talk about golf, swimming, running, just some great individual sports there.
Well, one of the neatest events I think we held in Polk County was the Warrior Dash. That thing's insane.
Well, and I heard it was, well, how many? We had 17,000 people or something outrageous like that?
It was a bunch there at Triple Canopy Ranch, and it's one of those, it's really catching on across the country. It's one of these adventure races. I mean, they're going through mud, they're going through
jumping fire
and dressing up in crazy outfits, and it's just it's another fun way to get out there, be active, healthy lifestyle. Not sure what the fire has to do with healthy lifestyle,
no,
but it's a neat event, and we're looking to host more of those events here. But Polk County has long had a lot of good running events here, and continues to grow.
Yeah, and the events that they have, you know, going through downtown Lakeland and things like that.
Triathlons and things like that.
Triathlons that we've had. And also, golf has been such a great event here and a sport in Polk County, of course, with all the golf clubs and the First Tee in Lakeland. Of course, one of my favorite events every year is getting to be with Charles Barkley out at the First Tee and having the privilege of interviewing him and how much he and Andy Bean and Mr. Bryant, Brad Bryant, bring to helping these kids, not only in their golf game, but in the game of life and the good lessons that they teach.
Well, you like that event because Charles Barkley may be the only person in the world that has a worse swing than you do on the golf course.
Oh, that is so bad, righty. I've seen your swing lately, and
but I got my shoulder fixed. I'm back.
Oh, yeah, you're back. We'll see about that. But hey,
I'll be able to throw my golf club farther than I ever have.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll end in the water this time. Well, a lot of neat individual sports that go on in Polk County, and some great footage on those. So please check this out.
Dash is the craziest frickin' day of your life. Basically, we take an extreme 5K running obstacle course and we combine it with this giant party you see behind you with live music.
I'm a 2000 Olympian from Sydney, Australia, the 100 kilo category, and I pretty much started on the same match these kids started on. I was a little whippersnapper, and as I got older, I moved on up, and this is probably one of the best programs or tournaments that got me prepared for the things that I was getting ready, for my journey toward the Olympics.
We put on the first sprint triathlon in Lakeland, Florida for the Lakeland Rotary Club. It was a quarter-mile swim, 12-mile bike with 3 loops, and then a 3.5 run all through downtown. And we're finishing here at Lake Mirror, and we're getting ready to start the Jazz Festival after the race is over.
Central Florida has been the capital of water skiing worldwide for a long, long time. People congregate in this area because just multiple lakes. It's the home of USA Water Ski, the American Water Ski Educational Foundation. We're situated right by I-4, right by the Hall of Fame and the museum. The history is right here in this area.
Hello, folks, and you're back with us. Hank Longo, Neil Duncan, our fourth segment here on Sports Central for our 2011 year in review and a recap of all the neat things that have gone on. And we've gone through the team sports, the individual sports, and now kind of breaking the mix a little bit and getting into the motorsports and the things that are a little revved up here in Polk County, like the Orange Cup Regatta, kind of motorboating our way on that one.
Absolutely.
And
that's been going on in Lakeland for many, many, many years, as has the Sun and Fun Fly-In every year.
Huge event right there.
Absolutely. It's the state of Florida's largest convention, and it's fantastic. And
all over the world, people come to this event, Sun and Fun, and just a great aviation event that we have in the county, and goes on for a week, and people from all over the world, and of course some great entertainment and excitement when you get like the Blue Angels in and get to do their demonstrations.
And Elaine Larson came in with her dragster. We had an interview with that, and David Rudiman, NASCAR driver, stopped by the Lake Myrtle Sports Complex and checked out the Florida Sports Hall of Fame. Of course, we have that open now at Lake Myrtle, and just a lot of
Big
great
Daddy
things.
Don Garland's dragster in there back in the day when he was hot in the motor racing world.
And we would be remiss if we didn't mention the fact that Legoland Florida is now open here in Polk County. And I know it's not necessarily motorsports, but there's a lot of great. I think they call them pink knuckle roller coasters and things like that. A little bit scary, but not too bad for the kids. Of course, their target demographic, 2 to 12, and fantastic. And I know that they're having a phenomenal success with that. Of course, we have a visitor center right at the entrance to the new Legoland Florida. So very exciting things. A lot of things coming online here in the future.
And they've got a little motor racing going on at Legoland. Kids can get in their little cars.
The Ford driving school, absolutely.
And go through the driving school and
you
get
got
their license.
The boating school as well, and the flight school. So great experience out there. I know I took my son Logan, who's now 9 years old, and he just absolutely loves it. So.
And the target audience is 2 to 12.
2 to 12,
so if
like
you're
we
in
said,
if you're in that age group, that's a great opportunity for you is to go visit Legoland.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot of neat motorsports going on here in Central Florida, and you need to check out this footage.
We've been doing this event for 12 years. It's a very successful event. We have over 600 cars show up between what we have on the promenade here and the 12 city blocks we close in downtown Lakeland. And part of it is a judged event. The other part is the auto clubs and things like that that bring their vehicles in here.
Well, to be a pilot, you know, I've always loved aviation. I grew up watching airplanes, and you know, I grew up in Alabama, so we used to come down to Pensacola all the time and watch the Blue Angels practice, and just seeing that just inspired me to want to do it. And you know, I set my goals, and you know, I never gave up till I got to achieve my goals, and it's been awesome ever since.
Up with David Ruman here at the Florida Sports Hall of Fame, of course, driver of the 00, Michael Waltrip racing car. And you've raced all kinds of tracks throughout your career. Talk about how you got started in the sport. What got you interested in auto racing?
Well, I'm a third-generation driver from, you know, right here in Florida, just down the road in Zephyr Hills, and you know, grew up basically idolizing my dad, Buzzy Ruderman, and I was just racing to be like my dad, because my dad was winning consistently in tracks in Tampa and over in you know, in St. Pete and places like that, or Orlando Speed World, New Smyrna, places like, you know, East Bay Raceway, all these great racetracks that we have here in Florida, winning races on a regular basis. So I was just racing to be like Buzzy Ruderman. I wasn't racing to get to the Cup level. I wasn't racing to be in NASCAR. I was racing just to be like my dad. And in the end, that's still he's still, as far as I'm concerned, the best guy I've ever seen sit behind the wheel of any race car. So it's good to have a you know, your idol that is also your father. It's neat to be able to share that. And now me being his car owner and getting to give back a little bit to him and you know, give him good race cars so he can race as long as he wants to race.
Well, we'll probably have speeds within the course. Most of these boats in a straightaway a lot of them can do 150 to 175 miles an hour in a straightaway. Actually, on a closed course, it'll be down more like around 135, 140 miles an hour. But it'll be some fast boat racing, and we have a little bit of everything, to be honest with you. In fact, what you're hearing in the background right now is the Jersey skiffs, which are a lot of fun to watch, and everybody seems to thoroughly enjoy them.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to our 5th segment of Sports Central, our special 2011 year wrap-up to show you all the neat things that have gone on the last year here in the county. And Neil, we've shown a lot of sports that have gone on in the county, motorsports, individual sports, team sports, but now we're going to go into something different, the arts and culture that we have in Polk County with our own Jessica Roberts that does such a great job.
Well, the arts community is very important, as you stated, Hank, and it brings a quality of life to the citizens of Polk County. And Jessica's kind of our arts and culture guru, so she's going to give us another update of what's coming up here in the near future in Polk County and things that you can check out. So let's check in with Jessica Roberts with our arts and culture update.
Welcome to this edition of Arts and Culture, a Polk County tradition. I'm Jessica Roberts, here to tell you about some great upcoming events taking place across Polk County this month. Christmas at Bok Tower Gardens is in full swing. Tour the 20-room mansion to see what's new and different in Central Florida when designers transform the 1930s home into a glittering holiday showcase. This year's theme is Picture Perfect. Tours will be held from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday and from 1 to 5 p.m. on Sundays. Estate tours are $18 for adults and $9 for children, and these prices include general admission. The Pinewood Estate will host an antique car showcase every Tuesday from December 27th. See Model A vehicles from 10 to 2 p.m. If you love antique cars and you love Christmas decorations, plan to visit Bok Tower Gardens on a Tuesday. The Raymond Theater in Frostproof is celebrating the holidays with their annual Festival of Christmas Trees. See beautifully decorated Christmas trees in different themes with wonderful displays of lights and colors. The Festival of Trees runs from December 3rd through December 23rd. Take advantage of our beautiful December weather and head to the rodeo. Westgate River Ranch hosts Saturday Night Rodeo every Saturday night beginning at 7 p.m. Enjoy an evening of family fun that includes trick riding, bull racing, calf roping, and barrel racing. Adults are $15 and kids are just $6. Moscow Ballet's beloved Christmas Story is coming to the Lakeland Center on December 29th. The Great Russian Nutcracker will be performed at the Yuki Theater and features 40 Russian dancers in 200 lavish costumes. Tickets start at $29.50 and it will be a thrilling night. Spend your New Year's Eve at the Raymond Theater for 'Twas the Night Before Murder. Use your super sleuth skills to figure out who murdered Norton Pole after his Christmas Eve dinner gala. Enjoy a murder mystery dinner, great food, party favors, and a sparkling beverage for just $30. The Raymond Theater also hosts great concerts. Their 3rd annual concert music series is gearing up and will begin with the Porch Dogs on January 7th. The Porch Dogs will bring the rootsy good time sound of Louisiana Cajun and rock blues to Polk County. Plan to enjoy the music of Cajun squeezebox, fiddle, piano, harmonica, and more. Tickets are just $20 at the door. Winter Haven Theater presents The Marvelous Wonderettes beginning January 12th. This will be a musical romp of non-stop pop music featuring your favorite songs from the 50s and the 60s. The Marvelous Wonderettes will take you to a 1958 prom where you'll meet 4 girls with hopes and dreams as big as their crinoline skirts. Plan to take a trip down memory lane before The Marvelous Wonderettes ends on February 5th. Enjoy 2 days of professional rodeo fun at the Lakeland Center on January 13th and 14th. Events include bull riding, bareback bronc riding, saddle bronc riding, women's barrel racing, tie-down roping, steer wrestling, and team roping. On Friday night, 2 kids get in free with a paid adult. Tickets start at just $20. Well, folks, this has been a quick glance at the exciting arts and culture events taking place across Polk County this month. I ran through those kind of quickly, so for more information, please go to visitcentralflorida.org. Until next time, I'm Jessica Roberts from Polk County's Tourism and Sports Marketing Office, and I look forward to seeing you at some of these great events.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Hank Longo, Neil Duncan, and I hope you enjoyed watching all the recap of the things that have gone on in Polk County in 2011, and it sure has been another fun year on PGTV. We've been rolling around for about 7 years now with our show, and delighted that you folks still stick around and watch the show and all the fun things that have going on and all the events that have been so successful here in the county.
Well, we certainly want to thank our partners that have been integral in making Polk County Tourism and Sports Marketing successful, not only in our program, but this show. Our sponsors, we want to thank PGTV and the staff, the work that they do for this show. It's not as easy as it looks, and we have a good time behind the scenes, and they do as well. But we do want to thank them wholeheartedly for what they do for tourism and sports, because not just this show, they help us with a lot of things. We alluded to it earlier, the bid package in Greece, so their work isn't just in Polk County, it's international. We thank them.
And we want to thank you for joining us. Our next live show is going to be January 13th, so we've got a little bit of break in the action here through the holiday season, but we hope you'll join us for that live show. But in the interim, you can watch Sports Central and see reruns of this show at these times, and we hope you'll still check that out. And for Hank Longo, Neil Duncan, hey, have a great holiday season. Merry Christmas. We wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing you again on Sports Central next time. So much fun
I wish
today.
people would see what happens when we're not on camera.
When we're not on camera, the way this direction this is going.
I'm not going to be able to do the show. I'm done.
4, 3, 2, and go.
Hi, everybody.
Is this thing on? Hello. I didn't actually like that. Can we do that from the top?
Are you ready?
Yes.
Give me a countdown. Brian, get out of the shot.
Get out of the shot, Brian.
Brian, get out of the shot.
Welcome to this edition of Polk County. Oh, God. Welcome to this edition of Polk. Oh, God. Okay. Welcome to this week's edition of. Week? What am I doing?
Mud, space, and people like that.
Hank Longo along with Neil Duncan.
You've got to stop that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our third segment of
Hank.
Sports Central.
Sorry. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sports Central. Neil Duncan alongside Joe Cutler. This week on Sports Central, Rosa Driggs will be joining us to talk about emergency preparations for bad hair days.
Well, Hank Longo along with Neil, flux capacitor, righty Duncan.
You're making fun of my flux capacitor replacement. You know what the flux capacitor is, though,
I do.
right?
I have 3 of them.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
And, yours is a little smaller than ours, but that's all right.
Yeah, well, apparently I'm doing pretty good. I don't have any flux capacitor problems, so.
Well, you know, for the flux capacitor thing going on in your one part of your brain, that you come up with that.
Surprising.
Well, they had to go in and fix my flux capacitor, so.
Sitting in for the infamous Hank Longo.
I'm excited to be here again. A great show.
And I thank the good Lord every day that I'm not Hank Longo. Well, you brought the A-team out today.
I'm telling you, we have to bring you out every once in a while to set the bar high enough for Hank.
We're not marking Hank.
No, we are the replacements today, huh?
Are we the A? Are we the reserves, or what are we?
No, we would be the A team. They would be the B- team.
PGTV wanted to bring the A team back, so.
That's right. The ratings always go up when we're on the show.
But I know that the B team
had
the opportunity to visit with you. I think the last time you were on the show.
Yeah, Neil and I think Chris was here.
Yeah. That's a struggle.
You know, I try to carry Neil. You know, I mean, you know, Chris is a professional all the way.
That takes 3 people to carry Neil.
But Neil, you know, I struggle with him, but just joking, Neil. You know, I miss you, brother.
Or we'd be the young team and they'd be the old team.
Sure, yeah, that sounds
We'll go with that.
Yeah,
Or
that sounds good.
AARP team.
Yeah, wow. This will be our last time hosting the show, so please enjoy it. And did you see the footage they were showing? I saw there was a picture of the Cypress Gardens, former Cypress Gardens water skiers. Did you see Mark Jackson in there anywhere?
No, I was actually looking for him as one of the bells. It's probably because Chris and I had the chance to celebrity co-host the 97 Country Morning Show.
Exactly what it is.
More than once, so you're welcome.
To do that.
He's not putting any deposits in my love bank here.
Fam you.
Wow.
Fam you. Fam.
Cheerleaders?
Dance team. Yeah,
okay.
We'll have trials coming soon. You got to be there for that.
Get there for the tryouts.
And if I go out of bounds, meaning if I'm going on too long, just cut me off, like you did yesterday.
Kurt Elmhorst, you know, you can't say enough about got fruit flies in here. I think they're attracted to Mr. Duncan. We got a basket of fruit and nuts here, and there's fruit flies buzzing around his head. Oh my
It took
goodness.
exactly 2 segments for this show to crash and burn.
Everybody, and here's Neil. And who do we have to thank? Hey, how'd that fruit fly taste? I know you just snapped it out of the air with that tongue of yours. So,
Chicken.
Chicken?
Chicken.
I thought it was great flavored.